Hey, Anthony, have you ever had a run-in with the law?
You first.
No, I haven't. Have you?
Well, you know what? There was this one time in university when I was living in Ottawa. Speaking of which, our first story comes from our Ottawa Bureau, and it contains some important information that will be of interest to our viewers.
You're really not going to tell us?
Sure I am. A new inclusive practice was recently started by the Ottawa Police Service that will benefit the blind and low vision community. Dave Brown met up with a police spokesperson to learn more.
Welcome inside the Leitrim Police Station. I'm joined by Sergeant Adam Coakley of the Ottawa Police Services to tell us about a new accessibility initiative. So firstly, thank you for joining us. And can you tell us a little bit more about this new accessibility initiative?
Sure. It's basically something that rolled out late last week, where all officers in the police service are going to have the opportunity to either have a Braille laminate placed on their identification cards, or for senior members, their business cards will be brailled with their name, just to help with the identification issue should they deal with people that have some vision problems or vision loss.
And this is something that you personally spearheaded. So why is it that you decided to undertake this mission?
Yeah, that's correct. A little while ago, I was fortunate enough to take part in a presentation given by members of the blind community here in Ottawa, where they highlighted some of the difficulties that they faced on a daily basis, just dealing with the environment, things that maybe people with sight would take for granted. So I tried to think of ways that maybe we could bridge that gap, even in some small way, and that's how I came up with the idea.
And in your hands right now, you actually have the laminates and a badge. So can you describe to us how it looks and how it works for people in the community?
Sure. So for constables, sergeants and staff sergeants, they all have the ability now to receive a laminate. For each of the ranks, there's Braille on there that will say, for example, on my card, it's a sergeant. The next line will be Ottawa Police Service. And then below that will be the general telephone number of the police service. So if someone was to be presented with this, they could call the number and verify my identity should they wish to. The laminate itself peels off its backing and it's placed upon my identification wallet. So what we have here is a two-part wallet. On one side we have the Ottawa Police badge, and on the other there's a clear screen, and through that you have the officer's photo ID. So the laminate is affixed onto the photo ID, so you can still see the photo ID through it, and you can also read the Braille.
How has the community responded since this initiative has been put into place?
Things have been very positive. I think some people maybe misunderstand that this isn't for every situation. Obviously, officer safety is paramount concern, and you wouldn't necessarily present this to someone to identify yourself in maybe a volatile situation. But for things like when you're speaking to members of the public, which is what police officers do 99.9% of every day, it's a very useful tool, and the public's responded very positively.
Sergeant Adam Coakley, thank you so much for your time, and thank you for spearheading this initiative.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
I love hearing that this initiative actually came as a result of them consulting the blind and low vision community.
Yeah, and it's very positive to hear of a police force that is responsive to the ideas of the public. It just builds stronger relationships between them and the community.
Not to mention, the Ottawa Police Service is the first in Canada to adopt this new initiative. Let's just hope they start a trend.